Okay. I see. Oh, that's all right. You're a little bit nervous. It's fine. Just relax. Just relax. It's been an unreal experience for you, hasn't it? It's been an unreal experience. Something like this doesn't often happen, does it? Very rarely does it happen to anyone. Usually it happens to people like me. In the special forces, on special missions. But rarely does it happen to civilians, and I think you've done incredibly well to deal with this, Tell me about the holiday rep. So you came here on holiday, and you met a holiday rep who used to be a detective. Okay. And you became friends, and this holiday rep told you about certain something hidden on this island. Is that right? What happened next then? You can tell me. It's alright. I already know, to be honest, but I want to hear it from you. You're not in any trouble. I just need to know what you know. Okay? That's all. I'm here to help you to calm down and relax. So the holiday rep, what was it that he was looking for? An alien craft. Yes, like I said, I already know, but I need to know what you know. What do you know? So, you went off to go to find it. And what particular interest was that? A machine that could change any metal into any other metal in all existence, even unknown metals. Yes, I can imagine why one would want to find that. But you didn't know, did you? You didn't know that he was a spy for one of our enemies. And you didn't know that this machine wasn't something that could transform metal from one to another, but was in fact a weapon so powerful it could destroy an entire country with one single shot. You didn't know that, did did you? And you were used like a puppet on a string. Don't worry, we know you didn't know. I want you to tell me what happened next. I was searching in the jungles for a few days. You started to give up hope, and then, just when you thought it was all over, you found it. It was sticking out of the ground. Most of it had been buried as a result of the crash, embedded in the land, but you could still gain access. I was surprised because he told you he would use explosives to open the door, but he didn't. He instead used a device that you thought shouldn't exist. Tell me about it. He placed it just outside the edge of the door, and it fired a laser all the way around, completely removing any hinges and locks, and the door fell open. Were you suspicious at this point? Did this make you suspicious at all about the story that this holiday rep had told you? Did you feel as if there was something missing at this point? You did, but you were too blown away by the fact that you were entering the spaceship. Well, that's understandable. I would imagine he had probably guessed that would happen. And then what? Next, you very slowly entered into the craft, and you noticed a strange smell, almost like when you enter the reptile sanctuary at a zoo. Ah, yes. I was worried that might happen. You could hear something scratching about in the distance, and you got a little closer because it was dark. Then you saw movement, and something began to slowly walk towards you on all fours. The holiday rep told you to stay still, and he removed a weapon which you again had never seen before. A weapon that should not exist, but here it was, in the holiday rep's hands. Again, too frightened, confused, excited to think any more on it. I can imagine the adrenaline must have been incredible. What emerged from the shadows was what you could only describe as part lizard, part dog. A kind of lizard canine, vicious, growling, slithering, drooling, sinister red eyes that had the pupils like a snake, but big, sharp teeth, somewhere in between that of a dog's and a Komodo dragon's. It looked at you, and then it began to pull back as if it were going to charge. But your friend saved you. Is that right? Just as this lizard dog was about to run at you, almost certainly to kill you, the holiday rep shot it, again with some kind of unknown laser. Gone. Completely disintegrated, as if it had never existed. You said in your report that this made you question your sanity. Perhaps you had seen the whole thing. Perhaps it was just a hallucination. Well, I can assure you it wasn't. I've killed a few of those myself. Horrible things, aren't they? And very, very deadly. So, do continue. You continue to walk on, staying close and behind the holiday rep. You arrived at a doorway. It looked like a significant room. The holiday rep told you to wait. Strangely, he seemed to punch something into a keypad, although you did not recognize the numbers. A different alphabet. Understandable. The door opened and the holiday rep entered into the room. You waited as he scurried about inside. But after a few minutes, a few long minutes, he returned. Not with a box, but with an orb of some kind. It was solid but glowing. The holiday rep asked you to place your hand on it, and you did. You don't know why, but you just did what you were told. Sometimes in these situations of intense shock, we can look to the person who protected us with immense trust. It is understandable in this confused state that you would do that. Tell me, what did you experience when you touched the orb? You saw an advanced civilization like nothing you had ever imagined. It was very far away in another galaxy, and it wasn't war. It was close to destruction, and his ship had escaped with this weapon. The war you're referring to affects us greatly. The attackers will come here at some point, which is why we must get that weapon. It's our best chance of defending ourselves. Perhaps our enemies want to use it to take us out first. Perhaps. Or perhaps they want to be instigators of the world's defense. But we can't take that chance. I need you to try and remember as much as you can about the civilization. I'm going to send you to an Air Force commander. He has special training in these kind of things, and he is going to document everything you can remember about what you saw when you touched the orb. Everything you can remember, but he will put you in a relaxed state. He will make it easier for you to remember things that you don't realize you have in here. In here. Fear not, my friend. There is nothing to fear. You have been a great help, and I assure you, we will retrieve that weapon back. We know exactly what we're going to do with it. We know exactly what needs to be done. Well, it will be reverse engineered, and it will be used to defend the planet. Many ships with many versions of this weapon. They were trying to get it because they knew if they had it, they would be unstoppable. Well, it's to be expected, isn't it? Every time a new weapon emerges, civilizations want to get hold of it, utilize it to gain power for themselves. It's not surprising that this has been going on in the universe for billions of years, is it? We need to make sure that we ensure the survival of our species. And we need to make sure that we get that weapon. No, you're not in any trouble. You want to know you're assisting a spy, enemy of the state. You want to know. So, no, you're not in trouble. Just relax. That's fine. Maybe you should go to sleep now. Maybe you should lay your head down. Maybe you should just lay your head down. Go to sleep. I'll see you soon. But for now,